For decades, peace in the Middle East seemed impossible, with the Israeli-Palestinian conflict at its core. The Trump administration took a new approach, focusing on shared interests like economic growth and countering Iran. This led to the Abraham Accords in 2020, normalization agreements between Israel and Arab nations, not traditional peace treaties. The UAE and Bahrain were first to sign, followed by Sudan and Morocco, each deal involving unique incentives. These agreements bypassed the Palestinian leadership, sparking controversy but also opening new diplomatic and economic ties. Embassies opened, direct flights began, and business partnerships flourished. The accords proved that peace could be built on mutual benefit, not just on resolving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. They set a new precedent for regional diplomacy, even as the Palestinian issue remained unresolved. The Middle East's political landscape was fundamentally changed. Hopes for peace collapsed on October 7, 2023, when Hamas launched a deadly attack on Israel. Israel responded with overwhelming force, leading to a devastating war in Gaza. By late 2025, tens of thousands of Palestinians were dead, Gaza was in ruins, and millions displaced. The Biden administration tried to mediate but only achieved a brief ceasefire before fighting resumed. Critics said the U.S. wasn't tough enough on Israel, while the humanitarian crisis worsened. Diplomatic efforts stalled and the conflict seemed endless. The region was desperate for a new approach as the 2024 U.S. election brought Donald Trump back to power. The stage was set for a dramatic shift in American policy. Trump returned to office in 2025, inheriting a raging Gaza war and unstable region. He used maximum pressure, especially on Israel, making U.S. support conditional for the first time. Trump also engaged regional mediators like Egypt and Qatar to push Hamas to the table. The result? A breakthrough 20-point peace plan announced in October 2025. The first phase included a full ceasefire and a major prisoner-hostage exchange. A technocratic Palestinian committee, excluding Hamas, was set to govern Gaza and oversee reconstruction. This was a major concession from Hamas, pressured by its backers, and a win for Israel. The deal's phased approach aimed to stabilize Gaza and prevent future conflict. It was a bold, transactional move that broke years of deadlock. The Gaza deal was just one part of Trump's global peacemaking push in his second term. He brokered a peace agreement between Armenia and Azerbaijan, earning Nobel nominations. Trump claimed credit for ceasefires in Southeast Asia, Africa, and even between Israel and Iran, though some deals were more symbolic than substantive. Not all efforts succeeded. His attempts to resolve the Nile Dam dispute and Balkan tensions fell short. Each announcement was heavily publicized, fueling his Nobel ambitions. Supporters saw results-oriented diplomacy. Critics called it superficial and self-serving. Some deals lacked durability, but Trump's team kept the spotlight on his role as a peacemaker. The flurry of activity was as much about image as about lasting peace. The world watched, divided on the true impact of his diplomacy. Trump openly campaigned for the Nobel Peace Prize, touting his Gaza deal as his crowning achievement. In October 2025, the prize went instead to Venezuelan activist Maria Corina Machado, sparking outrage from the White House. The Nobel Committee's choice reflected its preference for grassroots leaders over heads of state. Still, experts said Trump could be a contender if the Gaza deal holds. The Abraham Accords have endured, reshaping the Middle East's alliances and economies. The Gaza deal remains fragile, its success hinging on continued cooperation and effective governance. Ultimately, Trump's legacy will depend on whether his deals bring real, lasting peace, or fade as political theater. The world waits to see if his bold diplomacy will truly change the course of history.